This is Dread Central's own Dr. Gash, Scott Hallam, and I want to welcome you dreadies to the top 11 movie serial killers of all times. Nobody on this list is supernatural or has any kind of whacked out powers. They're just apeshit crazy and armed with steel. And who better to start with than Patrick Bateman, played by Christian Bale in American Psycho. After the novel came out, American Psycho was one of the most anticipated horror films ever because of the insane bloodletting and torturous violence that went on in the book. Bale played an incredible character that's still remembered to this day. One of the best. Kevin Spacey's John Doe in the film Seven had a plan to commit 7 murders inspired by the 7 deadly sins. Great story, incredibly brutal, intense film, well done. The beloved Dexter Morgan. Him and his dark passenger have entertained us for season after season. Wonderful, wonderful, and just really disturbed dude. You don't normally get a lot of singing in horror films, but Johnny Depp pulled off Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, in a ceremonious manner, and there was plenty of arterial spray to go along as well. Tony Beckley was terminally ill when he played Curt Duncan in the original When a Stranger Calls. He was one of the more creepy and just killers that made your skin crawl in this classic film. Rob Zombie created the Firefly clan in House of a Thousand Corpses, and they carried on the Devil's Rejects. With Bill Moseley, Sid Haig, and Sherry Moon leading the way, the Firefly clan were a force to be reckoned with and went down in a blaze of glory. 2 of my all-time favorites, Mickey and Mallory Knox, held a mirror up to society and let us take a dirty look at ourselves through them and see what a twisted group we really are. Everything's bigger in Texas, and that goes for the murderers as well. The Sawyer clan from Texas Chainsaw Massacre were a colorful bunch, with Leatherface, Drayton Sawyer, and the Hitchhiker. The original film still shocks and has all the power of its original release. Cinematic gold. Easily the most critically acclaimed and award-winning serial killer we've ever had is Hannibal Lecter, played by Anthony Hopkins. Although he was on the screen for just about 15 minutes, Hopkins stole the show and needled his way into our psyche and stayed there. Long before he was known to us as Merle Dixon, Michael Rooker was Henry from the film Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, a realistic, gritty film that followed him as he committed one random murder after another. Anthony Perkins made Norman Bates a household name and made the shower scene in Psycho one of the most recognizable and famous scenes in the history of film. This has been Horror's Top 11 Serial Killers, brought to you by Dread Central's own Dr. Gash, Scott Hallam. And be sure to go to dreadcentral.com for all your horror needs.